Hello and welcome to another series of videos. These videos are akin to my tips and tricks series, but I'm gonna be concentrating on some things I think would help a beginner get more serious in this game, or get into this game. EVO Online is coming up. Skullgirls is a tournament in EVO Online, and I've seen a bunch of people online be like, I'm gonna get into Skullgirls again. I dropped it a long time ago, or now it's a good time to try it now that EVO is not gonna be online and Skullgirls is gonna be in it. And I've seen also a lot of people's like, I'm gonna look for a guide or something, and I'm right there with you. So that's why these videos are gonna be in my channel, to help anyone that's feeling like that with things I think beginners or people that are getting back into the game should know. I'm gonna cover things like bad habits, combos, resets, punishing, and character overviews, which include defense and neutral. This is gonna be in the series of a couple of videos or more. So without further ado, let's get started. First of all, do the goddamn tutorial. Just for the love of God, please do the tutorial. The tutorial does not cover everything, but it covers all the basics. You might not be able to retain all the information because it is quite a bit of information. So my recommendation right there is like just write keywords in a notepad of what you can do. Like, oh, burst exists. Or just write push block so you don't forget you can push block or something when you play. I sometimes do that with games, and it actually does help me. Also, if you are wondering, this is a new stage, these are new colors, because there was an update like a week or more ago. I'm not exactly sure when it dropped, but it was very recent that added more colors to, I think, all of the characters, if not most, on the new stage. The color Eliza has right now is for Ashna from Lab Zero's game Indivisible. It's an RPG made by the same people that made Skullgirls. I'm actually making a review of it because I finally got my backer Switch copy. But who cares about that? Look, it's Daphne. Dude, I love this color. okay, let's start. Bad habits. This video is about bad habits. I've seen some bad habits with a lot of people, and they repeat, especially with beginners. And one of them is up backing. When a beginner is looking for things and how to defend and everything, and they find out up backing is powerful, they tend to over rely on it. At least that's my experience while playing online. A lot of the times I just catch people up backing and just punish them for it. There's even top players that rely on this a little too much, to the point where I was watching tournament footage and I heard the commentator say like, yeah, some players are kinda lazy with their blocking and just up back. Like, this is not necessarily a beginner problem, but it's a bad habit you can cut from the start and not have to suffer from it later on. Why is up back so powerful? Up back allows you to block. In some games, I don't really remember how it works, but in some games the jump startup doesn't, you cannot block during jump startup, and in some games you can during a jump or the like up portion of a jump, the game is not allowing you to block. If you are holding up, you need to like jump and just hold back and things like that. But in this game you can block by holding up back. You're blocking for overheads, mids, and you're jumping command grabs and grabs. What you're not covering for is lows, but if they don't do a meaty, you can just jump it, right? No, that's the thing. That's why there's a fatal flaw with this, and that's why a lot of people get punished for it. This game has something called proximity guard. If you have played KOF 13, you know what I'm talking about. Proximity guard is your character going into block animation, even though they're not blocking if they're close enough to the move they want to block. It's easier for you to see instead of me explaining it, so let me show you. I wasn't getting hit, I didn't block anything, but when I tried to walk backwards, Valentine's crouching light kick held me in place with me blocking. That's what proximity guard does. So why is this important? That's important because now I'm gonna block while holding up back. I got locked to the ground. You cannot up back lows. They will actually lock you into the ground, which means if you try to defend like that, you will just get hit. And a lot of people up back so much that a simple low string like this, those are 3 lows, a simple low string like that opens them up, because they let go of down back because they want to up back. And this happens a lot. So I'm not telling you to never up back, because up back is strong. What I'm telling you is, if you don't know what your opponent is gonna do, if you actually have no idea, you have no reads, up back. That's fine, because you're covering for a lot of things. Up back on them. And depending on what your opponent does, if they went for the low, or they went for a grab, or they went for the overhead, now you have information to actually try and read and make a prediction next time. So if you're new, I don't think it's a bad idea to up back on the first interaction, because you're still getting used to the game. You still don't know how to, you don't make reads, you're not predicting that much. So deciding that one thing to get your brain to use less brain power on defense and more brain power on what your opponent did and what they might do next, so you can actually do a read and block or mash something out next time, I think it's a good idea. Next up is mashing tag. I see a lot of new players, when they get in a tough spot, they will tag. They will tag every time. Well, not every time, but a lot. And why do they tag? Because tag is actually invincible, let me show you. It's basically a reversal. The thing is that some of them are so slow that that was not a counter hit. Valentine could have blocked that. A lot of them are so slow that even if the opponent whiffs a button, they will block the incoming tag and punish you for it. Especially if you start abusing it, you'll just get punished and your characters will die so much faster. I'm not telling you to never do it, of course there are situations to do it. Like if your opponent is really likes to do them cross-ups and you don't want to think about it, you might just want to mash tag, because it doesn't matter if they cross you up, it's just the press of 2 buttons. There's no directional input, so it'll always come out. But if you do it too much, you'll just get baited. Also, try mashing other things like your DP or your super or anything like that. Mashing is not that bad, don't let the stigma stop you. Sometimes you're gonna mash in this game to tell your opponent, I'm not just gonna let you reset me without having to worry of me doing something. I'm gonna try to do something every now and then to keep you on your toes. That's a good thing. Something else I see a lot of people not doing is push blocking. And because they don't push block, I can do this to them and I can actually run out the clock like this, because they didn't do the tutorial and they do not know that there's a goddamn push block in this game. Do the tutorial, please. If you want to get serious in this game, you have the time to do the tutorial. So, what if I tell Valentine to push block? And I say you push block after the first hit. I got messed up. You can change your timing with each push block and everything. But a couple of push blocks in this situation usually just messes up your Lysa, and it's easy to punish. Just push block. If you if you start blocking, push block. Don't let your opponent get some huge ass block string into a mix-up on you when you could have just push blocked it. Eventually, you don't need to push block everything because you need to punish things, but that's for another video. And also bursting. A lot of people will do burst baits on you. And that's a lot, and actually a lot of people will burst bait you. So this is my advice to you as a new player for burst baits. Don't burst on the first thing that happens. What I did there was a burst bait. Let's do it again. And then I punish for huge amounts of damage. There are better combos for this, but they waste bar and I don't want to waste that much bar. and then you get punished for a huge combo. And you might even die. If you burst, you might even die. But there are some times when the opponent will try to do the same, but instead of burst baiting, they will continue the combo. Like that, I tried to continue the combo, but now it didn't work. So when should you burst? It's kind of risky to burst if they're gonna bait you, right? My advice is never swing on first pitch. When they first do a burst bait on you, no matter if it was a bait or not, do not burst. As a new player, again, this will take a toll out of your brain, and you will be able to see what your opponent did. Did your opponent do a burst bait? Did they continue hitting you? You have more information to work with. On first pitch, don't swing. And that's my advice for now. Let me know if you are liking these videos. If there's something specific you want to know, I will catch you next time with another one of these. Thanks for watching. See you later.